It's the odd man in.
When NBL Canada player Alex Superman Johnson decided to pop the question to longtime girlfriend Brey Dorsett, it only made sense that it happened on the basketball court. Here's their story of love and basketball. The planning of this whole thing. How long had you planned? Like, did you know the way you proposed that's exactly what you wanted to do?
Probably a month and a half ago. I had another idea in my head, but one of my kids' parents kind of brought this idea to light, and I kind of ran with it. You know, she said, you should play basketball with her and propose that way. And I was just like, it's not a bad idea. I mean, the other idea I had was pretty good, but this one was definitely better.
This one was better.
So it probably took me about a month and a half to figure it out and get all the kinks and figure out exactly what I wanted to do.
Right.
So,
right. Shout out to your crew that came in. I mean, you had those guys staged well in terms of they knew when to come through, they knew when to slip the ring, everything.
Yeah. I mean, Marlo Davis, one of my best friends, you know, I told him, you know, if she tries to help, just block her out. And then I had, it was crazy, I had, so Clive Daniels, that's one of my players' dads, he passed me the ring. Like, that was a nice handoff. We haven't practiced.
That was a handoff of rings.
So
I apologize.
it was definitely a blessing right there.
So Brey, tell us about the game. I mean, like it was a competitive thing. Like, I mean, you guys, it seems so. Like, it seemed, you know what it seemed like? Alex was taking it more seriously than you were.
Well, the problem is I was kind of embarrassed because of everybody. I was trying to figure out why everybody was there, and I'm like, okay, so obviously he's trying to prove a point. So when he went like really hard to the paint, I was like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be embarrassing. And then the second time, he's got a mean jab step. So I was like, well, next time he goes, I'm gonna just hammer him. And the next time he went, and he just fell, and I was like, yeah, it was pretty crazy. I was, you know, it's still my ball though. You know that, right?
No.
It's still.
So I know a lot of people are, when he fell and you were watching him, it was kind of like, it looked like you were kind of shocked or frozen for a minute, right?
Yeah.
At least that's what I saw.
Yeah, people have been like, oh, she doesn't care. And in my mind, he knew though how I was gonna act. People were like, well, how is she gonna act? And he was the only one that guessed that she's just gonna stand there like in shock. And that's what it was. I was thinking about the future, like, okay, if it's really that bad, we have rehab. We have to take care of this. Okay, I need to be here. Like, I need to make sure I make my schedule, you know.
The planning already started.
The plan already started, and I was gonna reach down, but that's when Marlo came and just just completely took the view of Alex. But I definitely care about my guy right here. He's alright.
Thanks.
I'm sure at some point marriage was in the conversations. When was was it sort of now and around the time that you saw yourselves getting engaged and married?
I kind of knew like during the season, like I already had it planned. I was gonna buy the ring during the season, propose after the season, and it.
He made me believe otherwise, like it was going to be another 2 years.
But this is crazy, like how God works. Like it was so like scripted how God put it out, because in my head I'm like, so I go to get the ring fitted in April. So we look at a bunch of rings. My sister Stephanie, and one of my guy friends Max. So we all go check out some rings. We're looking. And he goes, yeah, the ring is not going to be... So we put all the custom stuff on it. And he's like, yeah, the ring's not going to be done till July. I'm like, oh, okay, perfect. You know, I have some time to get some money together. Right. And, you know, make sure I have everything. And then I'm like, all right, cool. Like, I'm not even lying. 3 weeks later, he goes, yo, the ring is done. And I'm like, what? Are you crazy? I don't have all the money yet. And I'm just like, oh, man. I'm like, God, what's going on? I don't have all the money. So... My mom's like, just put it on your credit card. You pay it off. Like, don't worry, you'll be good. And then so I put it on my credit card. I paid for it. And then in my head, I'm like, I'm gonna do it when she comes up the first time and not wait till July.
I hadn't been here for 24 hours, and he did it.
Look at that.
It was like a whirlwind.
He knew what he wanted. He knew what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
And you know, he did a good job, I guess.
I guess.
He did good.
Talk about the social media explosion and kind of give us an idea of because you know, we're hearing millions and millions and millions, and I mean, obviously I don't think you expect that, but
no, definitely when I put when I posted the video, it was just to share with friends and family, hey, this is what happened. And actually, the first person to post a video like the 11 basketball video was like one of my guys who goes to Cal. His name is Brandon Chaka, and he put it up, and he was like, "Man, yo, this video is rolling right now. It's got 500 retweets." And I'm like, "What?" So I'm like, you know what? Cause
we got hype off of that. We were.
And it was crazy is there was only 30 seconds, so you're thinking, "Wow, so let's put the whole thing on there. Let's let everybody see the whole thing." So the whole thing goes up, and it's crazy, like. You know, it's Huffington Post, ESPN,
People Magazine. Perez Hilton made me excited. He was like, "Who's Perez Hilton?"
Yeah,
never heard of them. Everybody knew who Perez Hilton was, but he was like,
and it's just moving, and you're like, it's a whirlwind. It's going so fast. Like you're like, wow. Like we're looking at our phones, and it's just like all of these followers, all of these tweets.
We have to take breaks though, like like phone breaks. Like if we go out to eat, it's like phone breaks, no phone, just conversation. And
I imagine like to get time yourselves is almost rare because you're getting bombarded.
Yeah.
You're like,
when we work out though, like when we work out, it's like no phone. So we worked out this morning for an hour and a half, and it was just like cleansing to, you know.
And it's tough too because I'm very sociable on like Instagram and Twitter, so if you hit me up, I'll reply. But now it's so much, like I can't, like it's too much, like it's like, all right, I can reply here,
Facebook too.
but it's crazy.
Wow.
Like
wow. I'm assuming people get a lot of questions about when's the date and when you guys plan. Do you have the date in mind yet, or is this
just, you know, they just need to wait. You know, if you want to know the real story, you just gotta keep
watching.
There you go.
Stay tuned.
I think last the important thing to touch on obviously is your faith, because I know that's something both important to both of you, and it guides you. It's got to be a blessing to experience all this and be guided, because there's only one person that would have made this happen.
No human being could ever do this. I mean, we really are about our faith, and obviously we're doing some things that are, you know, we're not going to kiss till marriage. We made that decision 4 months ago, and people are you know, like, why didn't they kiss, and where's the PDA? And you know, our faith is, we believe in it, but it's not for everybody. We know that we're not trying to like push our faith onto other people. It just works for us, and it makes us work on, you know, our communication, our honesty, because anybody can do the physical. Physical's the easy part. But if you can find a person who can like get in your soul and just bring out the best in you, even and love you at your worst, you're good to go. And I love him at his worst. Oh my gosh.
Just like, even to say, like, it's not even like we're doing it to be goody two shoes. Like, you know how some people are like, oh well, I'm gonna try not to sin. Like, it's impossible. You're gonna sin regardless, and it's you know, the mercy of God, and you know, Jesus died on the cross for our sins. That's what we get, the fulfillment of His blood. That's why we have His mercy.
Because I see him sometimes, and I'm like, you are a very good-looking man.
And the reason we did it is because we were struggling. Like, it was to the point where like we were almost going through with it, and it was like, man, like something's got to give. So,
Right.
So
it's good though.
something drastic.
That's it.
Sometimes something drastic.
That's it.
It's a drastic though. It's hard.
Sure.
It's very hard, but it's gotten easier, and we're doing well.
It's never easy.
Keep it real.
Keep it real. It's never easy. I'm struggling. When's the wedding?
Look at it.
Y'all gotta get
Superman! Save me! It's the odd man in.